Netflix, why? I've been a huge fan of the anime source material for a long time and was really looking forward to seeing what an American adaptation of Death Note would look like. This movie kept the general spirit of the anime source material, but loses itself in trying to fit too much into the script. I was a little concerned about the whitewashing of this movie, but for the most part, the casting made sense with the revised storyline. The cinematography was visually stimulating, and so many shots would have served as artful wallpapers. Death Note stars Nat Wolff as Light Turner, also known as Light Yagami in the anime, Margaret Qualley as Mia, who does a fine turn as Light's girlfriend, Lakeith Stanfield as L, who is set on catching Light, William Dafoe as the death god Ryuk, and Shea Wiggum as Light's father. Because the material is culled from the anime's 26 episodes, each lasting approximately 20 minutes, a lot of juicy plot points of the original source material had to be left out of the script and the cutting room floor. Just like the Dark Tower, too much material was sacrificed to give us just a glimpse of the essence of the story. For a roughly 8.5 hours of Death Note source material crammed into an hour and 41 minutes, the movie hit a few of the popular points from its predecessor, but left a lot to be desired. Light Turner is a smart high school kid who discovers a mysterious notebook that falls from the sky. He finds out that the notebook has the power to kill anyone if you write their name in it. He tests it out and is surprised that it actually works. We find out later that the notebook belonged to a death god, voiced marvelously by William Dafoe. The scene where Light first encounters the death god, also known as Ryuk, is a visual delight and has more weight than the anime's rendering of Light's first encounter with Ryuk. Light takes it upon himself to selectively kill people, mostly criminals, to make sure that the world is a better place. He befriends Mia, sharing this secret with her, and together they form a bond of killing people together using the powers of the Death Note. As Light's killing spree gains notoriety, he attracts the attention of L, played by Stanfield, who is a world-class crime investigator. The anime takes great lengths to explore the cat and mouse dynamic between Light and L, but the movie kind of rushes through their dynamic, and the performance by Stanfield was disappointing. He is shown as an enigmatic character in the anime, but in the movie he is just kind of annoying with his mannerisms, and there's really nothing in his behavior that connects you to him. William Dafoe has a lot of fun lending his vocal talents to Ryuk, but I found this god of death too CGI-ish to even be believable, especially considering the $30 million budget that Netflix spent on this production. The romance in the movie between Light and Mia works for the most part, with some interesting twists in their dynamic. The movie itself has a few unexpected twists that lend a fresh take on the original series, but ultimately falls short of impressing most fans of the original anime, or even Japanese movie adaptations. For those unfamiliar with the original series, it's available on Netflix as well. This movie tries to stand on its own by adding some different elements to the story and its characters, but 101 minutes was just not enough to suck the viewer into the Death Note experience, and the viewer is ultimately left with a disappointing movie with unrealized potential. The characters such as Light, Mia, and Light's father were mostly fleshed out, but there could have been more work done to tie the audience to the depiction of L and Ryuk. I enjoyed Lakeith's role in Get Out more than I did in Death Note because his character was more relatable in that movie. We are only shown glimpses of what L's life is like, and his bond to his guardian Watari is only briefly explored in brevity to a fault, which is a shame because L's motivations and behavior aren't entirely backed up with the backstory that was shown in the anime series. We are also deprived of a lot of the philosophical elements shared in the original source material. The inner workings of both Light and L's train of thought while pursuing or avoiding each other is glossed over in Netflix's Americanized version. I give Death Note a 60% rating. Its cinematic quality and generally solid acting were not enough to save it from its uneven character development and rushed storyline. My hope is that if Netflix decides to make a sequel, that a better script is put into place. It might be worthwhile to watch if you have nothing better to do, but I'd recommend the original anime series afterwards. If you really want a captivating story with interesting characters, watch the original, or just skip Netflix's adaptation entirely and go straight to the anime this movie was based on. Netflix's Death Note has low user and critical reviews. No surprise there. Movie loving friends, I value your thoughts. Remember to subscribe, comment, share, and check out my other videos. Do you feel they did the anime series justice with this adaptation, or were you just as disappointed as I was? Do you agree with my assessment? Let me know in the comments below. Let's fill the minutes with Real Minutes. Thanks for watching my review on Real Minutes. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to click like or subscribe.